You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, what's up? This is Nathan with the Artist Exchange here live on BeExposedRadio.com. Today was a good day. It was an interesting day. It was a not so cold day. I'm glad the snow is gone because I was getting a bad case of craziness just in that quick time. Today, live in the studio, we have Miss Sheila Gaskins. The very
I'm feeling the applause, mate. Oh boy, the love is just ridiculous. Even though I ain't get no food, thank you very much. I could get applause, but not a meal.
See, Charm City used to be open right now.
Oh really?
Yeah, they started closing early, so.
Wow, and y'all don't know that's home of the Red Velvet waffles, and chicken and waffles.
It's a really big waffle that they give you.
Oh my God! Don't keep talking about it.
I'm just saying.
Don't keep talking about it.
It's really good.
I seen that show on TV. I'm like,
show now?
No, they were on the Food Network, and they were talking about Red Velvet waffles.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, wait a minute, that's Baltimore. What? So when I walked past there, I was like, oh my God.
They actually have a location on Washington Boulevard too.
Yeah, he told me. He told me about
that. It's really cool. It's a real cool place. It's a real food is really good. But let me stop talking about it
because they ain't paying for no advertising.
But I used to go down there after the show. Hey, how you doing? Just walked into the building, Mr. Ira. You can sit right here, Mr. Ira. How you doing, Monty? So how's it feel to be working again, Monty? The show's back. He lost his voice. He must have been working hard today.
How's everybody doing?
How's it going, Mr. Ira?
It's snowing outside. It's fake snowing outside.
Oh, don't do that.
Really?
I was about to.
He just talked about that.
Yeah.
It started earlier than I expected.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not supposed to be bad until.
Ooh, Ira, what time did you expect the snow?
It's a little later. That's all.
Y'all are scaring me now. Y'all know so much. Good night. When I was growing up, we just used to look outside and it would come down. And now it should be here.
Technology. You know they can control the weather now.
Yeah, right, I feel you.
But yeah, we're here live on the Artist Exchange, BeExposedRadio.com. Just walked in the building, Mr. Ira.
How's everybody doing?
Ira Nation. Is it Ira Nation?
Yeah, Ira is whatever you want to call it.
Okay,
I'm
just
that.
sign his name right on his check.
Yeah, exactly. I rap a lot. Ira Nation is the same person.
He brought some young energy into the room because I was about to just chill off a little bit. It's definitely hot. So how are you doing, Miss Sheila?
Oh my goodness!
Let them people know who you are. Let the Artist Exchange know who you are.
So Artist Exchange, how are you? My name is Sheila Gaskins, aka Strawberry, comedian extraordinaire, and all. That nickname go way back, way back.
Ooh,
back in the day.
You know, back in the day it means something else.
Yeah. I know, stripper. I know what you thinking. Don't be looking at me like that, sir. I'm old enough to be your mama, okay?
I don't know.
Shucks.
I don't know.
If he got a meal, we can talk.
I got good credit.
I know that's right. The rest of the young men around here, they don't know how to treat nobody. Gonna go down to the store and don't bring no food. How y'all?
Strawberry
How you gonna do that?
How
you gonna do that? That's every day, y'all.
It's Strawberry's off the chain. So let us know some of the things you do around the city. She's an actress, comedian, activist.
Right.
Just a crazy artist around the city. She is causing havoc everywhere she goes.
Well, you know, I got my Angela Davis afro out. And you know, you don't want to necessarily have to bring your afro out, but currently there has been some situations where there is haves and have-nots, especially in the Baltimore art scene.
Right.
And so I'm happen to be one of the have-nots. And I'm like, hold up.
That's not a good position.
No. You don't want to be in that position. Because, you know, you deserve to have. And you used to have. So now all of a sudden you can't get.
It's real exclusive now.
Right. And so we're going to try to have some conversations about that so we can equal the playing ground.
But do you think the bigger problem is a lot of people coming here and migrating to the city? So a lot of the resources that used to be open to the community people the artists is now being filtered towards groups that are coming here and starting their own organization.
That is true. But Baltimore has always been an export city. I mean, historically, we built ships,
right,
and we had mills and steel. So people migrated here anyway.
Right.
So that's not an issue. But the issue is that people are forgetting that people were already here.
Right.
That's the problem.
Right.
So how you going to not know about Odell's on North Avenue and then think just because you on North Avenue that you happening, but you don't know Odell's was there, which was happening 20 years ago, and big happening.
But so. I don't think, and for me, I'm having an issue because a lot of them, they're coming here and they're not even welcoming the people who are already here into their programs or to their, and I'm not going to get to that point where we don't get and we're left out, but that is the issue. But a lot of us want to be a part of certain schools or certain community centers and development programs, and we're not. It's not so much that we're not allowed. We can come in the door now. You know, we're allowed to sit down, but we're not really. It's not
no
even.
Freedom.
Yeah, it's no freedom. You can be a part of it, but we're not going to really give you all of our attention.
Because I think it's a choice. And so people are coming here, like you said, and they're coming from other places. And they're like, hey, let's get together and do a show.
Yep.
Yeah, let's get together and get a grant. And let's have a theater company.
And they're getting major
funding to make this happen. Right.
You know, I could think of a special group that came here, small group, came here and started small and still is small, but they're competing with organizations like organizations like a Center Stage. You know, and they're getting the same funding, you know, that a Center Stage is getting, whereas though we have organizations that have been longer, you know, here longer, more roots in the community that are getting scraps and just started getting the scraps.
Right.
But that's the type of inequality that I'm seeing.
Right.
And I've always known it was there, but it's, you know, it's been amongst people who were from here. But now it's people who, you know, couldn't even tell you what was in those buildings 5 years ago. That are coming here in the Station North area. That's, you know, that's a major point, or the Greenmount corridor, and they couldn't even tell you the history behind those neighborhoods, but they're setting up shop.
Right.
You know,
it's almost like colonization and what they did to Native Americans.
Right.
So it's a concentrated effort on purpose.
Right.
But the problem is that people still live there, and then the people that are there are not feeling this. And then the black artists who've been in this town for a long time are seeing all of this transition and these resources getting funneled to certain people, and we're realizing that ain't cool. How you going to just do that?
Well, they've always said that they send the artist in first, you know, just to shake up the neighborhood, just to bring some life to it, make it look pretty, and then the development starts.
Right.
And then people start getting displaced and moved out, and people start getting moved in.
Right.
You know, because I moved to the area. I live in Station North, the Charles Village area, and I moved there because there was this buzz. And, you know, I saw it wasn't just about planning anymore. I saw the buildings starting to look different.
Right.
I saw the clientele start to look different.
Right.
You know, I remember at first, right there where Red Emmys was, it used to just be a bookstore. Everything else was deserted in that area.
Yep.
And then that man took that, I think it was like a dollar store, a Rite Aid's right there one time, and it turned into a bookstore. And it was so deserted in there. Like, nobody ever, whenever I came in there, it was like me and one other person. Okay. It was me and one other person. And now, like, that building is now Red Emmys and it's buzzing. It's, you know, it's so busy in that area.
Right.
You know, but how do you say I want my share of the pie without seeming like or sounding like a little child? Or,
well, you know, I think the immediate response is that you're hostile or you're angry and you're black, and so you're this black angry person who demands their
gentrification.
And so once you see that image,
Right.
you ain't gonna listen to nothing.
No.
So all I'm saying is that change is for everybody, and I'm affected. White people affected, Asians are affected, Koreans are affected, so we all are affected. And so if we want to continue to stay affected negatively, then we will continue to do what we're doing. But if we know that there can be a promise of hope and change, and if that means a conversation, then that's what we should
But we're
do.
not. But of course, we're not waiting for anybody to change. If you want to join the conversation, say hello to Miss Gaskins and
Strawberry in the house, whatever.
I was letting y'all go in real quick.
What is your name? By the way?
My real name is Ira, and my artist name is IRA,
All right. Okay.
which translates to I'm a real artist, or I rap a lot, or whatever. You can come up with those 3 letters to make it mean something
As
to
long
you.
as it's not the IRS.
Yes, yeah.
But call us. Give us a call at 410-702-5657, or you can text in your comments or questions at
Don't be calling us collect either.
I'ma hang up.
443-642-9403. Text us in your questions. Say hello to us. Join in the conversation. It's today's topic is the importance of diversity in the arts. And me and Miss Gaskins was talking. Strawberry. We were talking.
Strawberry.
We were
I'm gonna
talking.
say strawberry.
I don't know if I could take Strawberry from y'all. I don't know. I don't know if I can handle that.
We was talking before the show, and we were talking about diversity. And for me, it's not like I want to be more diverse, and the Artist Exchange is diverse. I'm promoting diversity in the arts. We need to start working together for the greater good, because artists are being used. We all are. I don't care what color you are, what sex you are, what you do. You're being used as an artist because we come in first, and then at some point we not gonna be able to afford to live in this area.
Right. That's happening now.
Right, it is exactly. But diversity has to begin in your own culture, in your group. And we, as black artists in Baltimore and every other city I've been to and know of, it's an issue. We don't support each other enough in order to be more diverse. We can't go out and expect to be a part of other groups and we don't have our stuff together, because they laughing at us. And they're not letting us in the door and taking us seriously once we get in the door, because we hanging more on their culture than we are on our own. So diversity in the arts is something that I really want to discuss today, but I wanted to see what can we do as a group. And we have 3 different age ranges here, so I want to see.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What makes y'all think it's 3 different age ranges?
I might be older than I look.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm 25, so
I'm 20. I'm 25
I'm 25 too. Yeah.
See, she's 25. I'm 25.
Everybody 25.
Everybody 25.
That works. We got 75 cents in this room.
Out of control. But if you want to call into the show, definitely check us out. We have Miss Gaskins here, Sheila Gaskins, a.k.a. Strawberry.
Up in the house.
We have Ira here. Sitting here just talking about 2 different artists coming from 2 different worlds that share a lot of different experiences, some similar experiences. And here on the Artist Exchange, I like to give people the opportunity to share their point of view and who they are in a, open, free environment. Open forum. Without any hesitation or fear of being ridiculed or that.
Right, or interruption or food. Don't think you're going to get something to eat over here.
But definitely call in, let us know how you feel. Take a look at the website if you haven't been to BeExposedRadio.com yet. Check it out. Look at the new website. I have to look at it, actually, because it just changed on me, so I have to check it out. Check it out. We have some on-demand. Is some new features on there that Monty just hooked us up with. Shout out to Mr. Robbie sitting over there holding us down, Mr. Engineer. Sir, how you doing today, sir?
Yep.
How you doing?
He might be still eating.
He shook his head. Yeah, okay. That's
We
cool.
just say hello to you. We just say hello.
He probably still eating.
He spoke sign language to us. He just gave us a head nod.
But we
That's cool.
definitely are a few
That's how you can tell how cold it is.
People don't even open their mouth no more. They be like,
When you don't speak, it's cold, boy. You come outside and that air just knock you out, and then you see somebody and you just
Yeah, you just give them a head nod and keep
It's
moving.
too cold to put your hands anywhere.
It's too cold to stop and talk. It's too cold to
Yeah,
stop.
none of that. We ain't having none
But
of
this,
that.
a few some things coming up. First off, shout out to my sister Brittany. She had a baby the other day.
It's
always a blessing.
Baby.
Okay.
London, Paris, Nicole.
Wow,
different. That's
she is
international.
traveling. She is
Yeah.
going places.
That was
It's London, Paris. Also Morgan, her birthday was the other day. My little baby Morgan. Well, she's not a little baby anymore. She's not little anymore. And also my condolences go out to Jackie Terry's family. She lost her father.
Oh, yeah.
This week.
Yeah.
So my heart is with you, Miss Jackie. If you're
Jackie,
listening.
you know we there, girl.
And we were basically talking about just to get back on the topic, a lot of programs that are coming up that are geared towards artists and unifying artists and getting ourselves on the business table. This is just a couple events that's coming up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, 'cause
tell
I'm
us more
new.
about the apartheid
Okay, so
art apartheid.
yes, Art Apartheid. It's sponsored by the United Diverse Artists, which is a group of people who want to see change, and we know how necessary change is. So Art Apartheid, bridging the gap of disparities in the Baltimore art scene. So there's going to be a panel discussion, a community dialogue on race, power, privilege, exclusion, and shared wealth. Sunday, February the 1st, 2015 at 26 Space, which is 2640 St. Paul Street at the St. John's Church from 3 to 7, and refreshments are served. So don't think you
I
get
will
the
be
whole
there.
big meal.
Yep,
all
that's
right?
gonna get a lot of people coming.
I ain't even want to
Well,
put
artists
refreshments
know how-
on the daggone fly because I know black people.
Oh yeah,
Refreshments,
that's what's gonna bring them
ooh,
out.
refreshments, ooh.
You know,
So-
if you're an artist, you know how to make a meal. From
Yeah.
refreshment.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna have like a topic type of community dialogue so that we can really get some questions answered, and we have business owners coming in, we have community people coming in, and we just have whoever is interested in talking about this topic.
How did it start?
So again, there was an article in the city paper started by Kalima, and she has an organization called Art Plus Justice, and she did some interviewing with some MICA students, and the students expressed themselves, was talking about the school. So as a result of that, there was the Mark Steiner show, and then Mark Steiner had some people on there who represented the community. So you know, and Mia and other people were on there, and they were just talking about the disparity and racism and white supremacy that's prevalent in the Baltimore arts scene. And so I was able to call in and read my poem called Art Part. And as a result of that, we all said something needs to be done. Yeah, I'm going to read my poem in here.
We can start the second segment with that.
Okay, cool.
We can start it with that one.
So as a result of that, people were like, yeah, this Station North thing is happening here. I'm not getting funded here. I don't have any money here. I have a real personal story. Last year, we were at Center Stage, and they were doing the Ruby Grant or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So in attendance was about 95% white people and about 5% black people.
Yep.
And I was like, hold up.
This ain't Brooklyn. Hold up. This ain't Brooklyn, New York. Hold up.
But I'm saying, where are my folk? Where are the people who look like me, first of all? And then when I get there, after they tell us all the things that need to happen so you
What
can
you need
get
to
this
do,
grant
right.
for $10,000, this one sister was like, oh, man, I don't want no grant anyway. And so I was like, is the problem, what's the problem? She was like, she doesn't have the resources. She doesn't know about the computer like that.
Yeah.
And most of that, you have to be online. And I was like,
Yeah.
you ain't got no kids, you ain't got no cousins and stuff. And
This
she
is
was
where
like,
this is.
she was like, no.
This is where I feel like I'm just
ahead.
gonna
Go
piggyback, but this is where I feel like the problem starts from us not having common opportunities, not having common education, common knowledge, and common ideas of being solution based. because there is a lot of problems, but we try to handle it individually, especially as far as diversity in the arts and stuff like that. Everybody trying to do their own thing instead of bridging the gaps.
Yeah.
Which
I'm hearing echo.
yeah, I hear. Yeah, but
you don't have to be as loud.
oh yeah, but like I was saying, being solution based and recognizing that the problem is that we don't have common opportunities amongst each other. You know what I mean? Because then we would, if we just recognize that and admit to it, then we can go to the next step, which is, okay, what do we do now? Instead of keep going through the same struggle, when we going to break the cycle? Because I've been in and out of Baltimore for years as an artist, and every time I come back, it's still the same thing. It's still the same individuals, the same individuals, still doing their own thing. You know what I mean? And that goes for the performance arts, and like as well as the creativity part, like as far as recording artists, also it's still.
But
still
most
that problem.
of the, but see, and before we can begin to think about being diverse in the arts, that's the issue that we have amongst ourselves.
Yes,
there's a lot of cliques, and this is not a Baltimore issue.
It's everywhere.
Right, I just got to go down to Louisiana for the holidays, and they're having the same issue down there because they're like redoing everything. That whole reconstruction period is happening down there, but it's everywhere, and we are not unified. It's the same group of people that's getting the grants. A lot of it is we don't want to do the work.
Yeah,
Because I still know that, but I'm just saying. No, but I'm saying a lot of it is us. We can say all day long we don't have the resources. There are libraries. There are a lot of programs that are teaching people how to use computers. That specific person, it's plenty of people in a group, but you have to educate yourself.
Yeah,
you have to tell
self-education.
yourself, what don't I know? What do I need to know? I mean, you have to know something in order to question it, but at the same time, if you don't know how to use a computer, you got a cousin, you got a neighbor, you got somebody that knows how to use the computer that you can say, sit down with me, but you don't want to go through. So she was ready to just scrap the whole possibility to getting up to $10,000 just because she had to do it on a computer. So I get that,
right?
But it's really not the grant writers or the grant holders' responsibility to offer computer classes so she can do that. It's really her.
It
starts with the people.
So just understand this. I'm of a certain age, right?
25.
And if my daughters didn't teach me how to use my cell phone, I would not be able to send any information, go on Facebook. Right. Now, I have daughters who were able to do that. Not everyone has people in their life to teach them things or to tell them things. That's all I'm saying. Right. So why couldn't the grant people have another means for other folk to be included?
Right.
Because it's not common opportunities. They making these grants for certain people because they know certain people are going to be able to get it.
It just reminds me of
because at first when they first started that Ruby grant, they didn't do big information seminars. They didn't do that at first. It was exclusive to the people that were a part of that specific
by law.
Exactly. But now, because we are educated, we have people that are in the threshold for us, like a David Mitchell and people like yourself who are experienced in doing this now. We have people like that now in place that are saying, no, holding the door open, like, come on, because I was that person. I didn't know all this was here, and I had a David Mitchell. Well, I had David Mitchell saying, no, Nate, come on over this way, come on, so now I can give this information to people. Like when I first started this show, I used to go down the list every day on GBCA and tell everybody everything that was going on. I posted in my Artist Exchange group. Now, when people still come to me like, well, can you help me with this? And I'll help people, but at some point you got to get up and do something yourself. Right. And I can understand you may not use the computer. Okay, now go take some computer classes.
Right.
Get prepared so for next year you're ready. Right. If it takes you that year to get your stuff together, do that. Right. But don't limit yourself or just don't get frustrated. I have a lot of people that get frustrated.
Right. And I can see the frustration because as artists, that's what you want to do. You want to do art. You don't want to sit here and do this and do that and do this and I got a show business, right? But there could be something in place just for those type of people, and it just tells me that people haven't thought like that.
Or they don't. I mean,
they haven't thought like that. They haven't made those type of decisions.
Racism now is an ignorance. You know, the type of racism that we see now is really an ignorance. It's not the hatred that like my parents and their parents may have experienced, but it's more so ignorance. They don't care that you don't know because that grant is not really intended for you. So the fact that you don't know, you know, but it is. But that's always been an issue. But the thing is, you need to get up because they don't care if you don't know how to use the computer. You know, you're not using the computer means that somebody that they want to get the grant is more. It's more
less people.
Yeah,
less people in the pool.
Exactly.
Right.
So they're not going to make it easier for us to be competitive with them.
I mean, I always say people who have money or who own things is not going to tell people who don't have things how to get things. That's just ain't going to work.
Because that's going to be less things for them.
But then we have people that came in the generation before us who knows what to do, and I ain't gonna say no names, but like it's people who took their business elsewhere and won't even come back to Baltimore in particular. And I witnessed this. Far as major recording, not even just artists. I mean, like the owners and CEOs will not come back, and
they don't need to. They got what they needed.
Yeah, but the point, like the whole point of art and culture is for the next generation to carry it on, the next generation to inspire the next one.
Right.
Because I can't do it if I didn't hear or see someone else do it that inspired me to do it. You know what I mean? So it's like. When are we gonna break the cycle and know that? Oh man! So what I'm doing?
I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. I wasn't even looking. We'll be back in a few moments. Come back. I'm sorry. I was really sorry about that, sir. I really was. I'm gonna stay this way. I'm gonna just glance. I'm gonna look over there.
Commercial break.
Yeah. Commercial break.
Why y'all ain't tell us that?
Well, I should.
So, you know, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
What's up, everybody? We got a special announcement coming right to you from BigExposedRadio.com.
Hey, this is Sharon. I'm here to tell you about my show, The Sharon Nixon Show.
What is your show going to be about?
We're going to talk about fashion, life, designers, production, anything under the sun we'll talk about here, including our listeners. We're going to have something special for them as well.
Prizes and stuff?
Oh, prizes. Do you know who I am? I'm the queen of gift bags, okay?
When will this show air?
Every Tuesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Will there be guests?
Oh, my God, guests. They're going to call in. They're going to be here. Oh, yeah, it's going to be guests.
And what station again will this be on?
BeExposedRadio.com.
Again?
BeExposedRadio.com.
Will those police be here, too?
Yeah, they'll be here. Because, you know, I'm down here by the courthouse, so they got to... You know, they got to police the prisoners and stuff.
How can your listeners get in contact with you?
They can dial 855-835-5857. Don't forget to hit extension 1 or else you won't get in. Or you can text us at 443-642-9403.
You are now listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
Hello?
Hi.
Is this Wendy Williams?
Yup.
Huh?
Hi, yes, it's me.
All right, I have a question for you.
Okay.
All right, I have a boyfriend, right? Mm-hmm. 2 months ago, we had a threesome, right? And the thing is, 2 days ago, me and him, we were having sex.
Okay.
And the thing is, he wanted me to stick my finger in his rectum. So, all right, so I did it. Mm-hmm. And then, he took out a toy.
Freeze. How far up? 1 knuckle, 2 knuckles, 3 knuckles? How far up?
2 fingers.
2 fingers?
Yeah.
Wow. Now, how far up?
Wow.
All the way up. The whole thing went in.
All the way to the palm?
How you doing?
I'm gay.
Yeah, but the thing is, okay, like 2 days ago, we were having sex, and then he took my toy.
Okay,
And, and then he told me to stick it in his butt.
Okay, I see what's going on. And so what's your question? Because I got an answer.
All right.
How
so
you
the
doing?
question here is, all right, is he gay? I mean, I'm not sure. Is he bisexual? I mean, what is that? And he was enjoying it too when I, stuck it up his rectum.
I'm just a woman like you, and I have to admit, something like that would freak me out and turn me off. Not so much the fingers, although that would send up the flares, but you got a bigger issue. The sex toy, that would turn me off and send me running. But
yeah, but I mean, it kind of turned me on. Why did it turn me on?
Oh, well, then good for you. Then go with your feeling. Then don't let my words of treachery just deter you. You love your man, right? And it's good for you?
I mean,
yes.
but at the same time, I don't want him, to be, doing the same thing that I'm doing.
Look, don't look. If it feels good to you, let it happen. You said it turned you on. Then don't let me soil your thoughts. Run with it and have fun. Have fun.
Really?
Yes.
All right then.
Take care. Bye bye. I tried to keep a straight face while I was talking to her. Art, you were killing me. All right. It's just, it all sounds gay. It's turning me off. It would be reason to break up. I don't care if I had 5 kids with him. It'd just be reason to, let me move on. Let me just check with the expert. Art, a woman's pleasure toy up a man's rectum? Okay. All right. Just checking.
I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange. We're here live on BeExposedRadio.com. In the studio, we have Miss Sheila Gaskin.
Thank you so much.
A.K.A. Strawberry.
Strawberry.
I'd just like to thank the Academy for this nomination. Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank Jesus.
We also have Mr. Ira.
And it's not the IRS either.
I ain't got that kind of enforcement yet.
He's a recording artist, writer. What else do you do?
I cook.
He will shovel your snow too.
I will if you pay me $20.
Yes.
I get the.
Don't put the price out there. You never put the price out there.
For real.
That's because I don't plan on doing that no time. Look, I don't plan on doing that.
Go cut shorter than that. I do it for 15. I do it for 15.
Oh yeah, I give you $25, man. You tell me that now.
$19.99. But we're back here on the Artist Exchange here tonight. Interesting conversation we were having. Sorry, we just lost track of time last segment. Just kept walking. Sorry about that, Robbie. But we the topic for the day is diversity in the arts. Really looking at ourselves first. We have to be unified before you can ever begin to diversify yourself amongst other cultures and other people, because then what you start doing is you start taking on their mannerisms and their culture and their way of doing things, and then whatever thoughts you could have brought to the table is gone because you haven't unified. We as a people have not unified ourselves as black people. I mean, people didn't really probably.
Yeah, we had to, group economics is collective responsibility and practicing group economics. It's just like Jewish people.
We gotta go to the basics. We're not even there yet. We gotta like each other. We gotta
you know what? Like kids don't even play with each other no more. Nobody go out.
Well, I don't think nobody goes outside though.
Neighbors don't know each other. Kids don't know each other.
Neighbors do not.
That's scary. What are we scared of? Why?
I don't think, but it's not a scary thing. But it's more so I got to deal with me. I got to worry about it's a selfishness that we have as a group.
But then again, that's never like, well, now that we recognizing that's the problem, let's switch it, because my great grandmother didn't teach me that. You know what I mean? Yeah. My grandmother didn't teach me that. I feel like I don't have to live like that.
But I mean, it's true. You said that, but at the same way, people are growing up differently now. Mm-hmm. People have to look out for the neighbor now, because now the neighbor is doing things to people. It's the person that live right next door to you that might do some harm to you. And living in cities like this, we are always on edge because we don't know who the enemy is.
Correct.
But yet and still, we as a black culture, African Americans, whatever you want to classify yourself as, we all the same. We got to unify before we begin to work with other groups.
Well, we got to believe that it can happen, because instead of keep talking about,
I don't think believe is the belief. We got to care that it can happen.
I'm curious as to what does black people unifying look like?
This respect is about respect. Going back
understanding.
Because we may not understand each other.
Understanding.
We don't always have to understand or agree, but we have to respect each other, because my understanding may be different from yours, but I have to respect the fact that you have a different point of view than
that's true.
So it goes back to basic respect. Like, we got to go back to the drawing board. It's not even. We can't even just jump into agreement. We got to go back to basics, A, B, C. Like,
right. Good morning. Good afternoon. Seriously, you're right. Good morning.
Yeah, speaking.
No, seriously.
As long as it's not too cold, though.
I'm going to give you that head nod and keep my legs moving.
That's right.
At least wave your hand.
Seriously.
Smile or something. Put a grimace on your face or something. But we don't even.
So my question is, guys, do you think it took all of this? Do you believe that since Obama's been in office that there was a post-racial situation?
Oh, wrong word. No, never post-racial. never post-racial.
That is a reality. That's a real term. Like,
it's real. Just like the new black. The new black is a real word. Like, that's crazy to me. The new black. Oh, they shop at Gap. Black. That's so weird. Light skin. Like, this is weird. No, it's
But
being black is never going to be different. Being black is never they're going to see all of us the same. That we are always going to be a black person.
And this is my issue. We keep on looking outward. The majority of the biggest part of the problem is us.
Internal. It's
an internal issue. We keep looking outside, meaning they need to change their way. No, because we still got a problem. Because once they change, we will realize, oh damn, we were the bigger piece of the problem than they are.
Look at this. We are the most popularized culture in the world. In America is the youngest. Everything follows the youth. America is the youngest country.
That's true.
And we are the youngest culture, and we are ahead. But it's only 7%. We only make up 7% of this country. 7%. It's less Jewish people in this country, and they control a lot of finances, and they own a lot of things. So. They know how to.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up. First of all, the system of slavery divides you up by your family based on the shade of your skin. So if you don't think you're going to hate your sister who happens to be lighter.
But I don't accept
Jewish
that.
People
I can't accept
have that.
Yeah, Jewish people didn't have it.
Quick. The fact that we know that now.
Okay.
And we are still doing it. That's a problem.
But that's what I'm saying. Recognize and be solution based.
Because we have not dealt with it.
But you know what it's going to take? It's going to take you being that 1%. He's going to be that 1%. I'm going to be that 1%. We make up the 100% of our community, and we just recognize that we had the power, and we know. And
recognize we have the problem.
We have the problem, but then, like I said, we can't keep bringing up we got a problem. It's like I said,
people trying to get together.
We're not gonna brush it under the rug. I'm not saying that, but we have to be solution based now, because I feel like where we could have changed, it skipped us. Now what we gonna do now? We have to our grandkids, our kids, and we have to teach them now to be not just self-preservation, but like you said, self-educated, and teach them. They about to take cursive out of school. Like they about to have our kids like some Japanese kids just typing everything. So it's like we have, like I said, we recognize the problem now and be solution-based now. Our kids can be in positions of power, whereas though it won't be police officers out here killing it. Like the thinking will be different, because we still have people out here that still think in the races, or think that there's different type of black people and there's different opportunities for black people. No, we are all black people in America, still gonna be killed. We still gonna be underprivileged. You know what I mean? And like we're gonna be thought of as just this a little piece of the pie.
But real quick, a question. So I don't believe it's skipped, and we should just wait to the next generation, because I'm scared. This generation they're not even paying taxes, so I'm nervous.
But I'm saying
but hold on. Okay. My question is, we have to start from the drawing board before we begin to look outward and go outward, and we need to come back and be collective as a group and start dealing with personal issues that we have with each other, like the fact that there's a dark girl documentary and a light skin girl documentary.
I told everybody not to watch that. I don't like. I just, because now it just puts out there like that's acceptable to think like that, or the next.
That's people's personal feelings. You can't ignore.
It's not ignoring it, but we're putting it. Public, we're making it public.
We're putting our dirty laundry out there.
Yeah, it's like my family has issues, right? My family has issues, and it's a cycle. I'm going to break the cycle, but I'm not going to make it public because then it's like I can't help them.
Are you embarrassed?
No, it's not. It's not embarrassing.
It's shame.
It's not. No, it's not shame. It's not. It's like if I tell
so you
my niece that she has.
About it.
No, it's like if my niece has a quote unquote reading problem, I'm not gonna be like, you have a reading problem. I don't want her to accept that. I'm like, no, you have to.
So you act like she don't have a reading
No,
problem.
I know.
And then take her to a restaurant and she will be like,
no, that's the opposite. That's the opposite.
But address the problem.
Address the problem. But like you said.
Gets out. Address the problem.
Boy, I feel like it's like a tennis match in here. Y'all should see them.
I can never feel like that's the right way to. Me personally, I can never feel like making a documentary about feeling
feelings.
People feeling that they're different, like being black. They're different types of being black. Like I just can't accept it.
But
my mother is light skinned. I can't say like you light skinned, so you like. You should feel a certain way about yourself because you lighter.
No. Nobody is telling her those documentaries. In my opinion, it was not telling people how to feel. It was telling people how people feel.
Okay.
It wasn't an educational lesson like this is how light skinned people should feel. This is how dark skinned people. No, these light skinned people and dark skinned people are having issues that they.
Because I feel like it was brought on by. Civilized, but
every time you point a finger, look at them 3 fingers pointing back at you. Look, it's a problem. If your niece can't read and you won't address it, the problem isn't going to.
Addressing it is not making a documentary like we have kids that can't read and they feel like that's acceptable, and I'm gonna just make a documentary about that.
But see, the documentary isn't so much to say, okay, you can't read, that's okay. So continue not to read. The problem is, as black people, we don't address the problem.
Being solution-based.
But solution-based is first admitting that you have a problem. Admit that you have a problem. So the solution is, how can we now fix the problem? You can't say, what's the solution, and you haven't even admitted that you can't read. Or you don't have the basic essentials. Like you can't use a computer. You don't know how to.
Like I said.
Admit that you have a problem.
Like I said, there's not going to be common opportunities for us. There's not. And like I said, and that shouldn't be acceptable.
What a common opportunity.
It's like we go to two different schools and two different. I'm sorry. If we go to 2 different schools and 2 different school zones, like even the fact that there's different school zones, whereas though we get educated differently. Mm-hmm. that's where it's, like, it starts there. It's like we teach our kids because you live here that you only gonna have these much opportunities.
So
that.
So that's now you're addressing the issue. So now parents need to open the field up for that child. Don't send your child to that school if you know they're not learning. Get yourself to a point where you can go to another school.
Like I said,
the excuse is now there is nowhere for me to go. It is.
There shouldn't be excuses. There should be like I said, because they put it out there. They're basically telling you that you're going to have to take what we give you. But like I said, I'm not going to accept that. I've been to Rocknell Heights. You know what I mean? It was. And people who got put out of West Baltimore Middle got sent to our school, and that's supposed to be like last chance school. You know what I mean? So it's like
so understand that this whole philosophy of white supremacy, right? If you teach black to hate white, you also teach dark to hate light.
Exactly.
So it's the same thing.
But I don't, like I said, I don't accept it personally. I can't. But like I said, me.
What part of it can't you?
You can't take it.
No. I didn't say I can't take it. I said that I have to break that. Like, for me, I know if y'all not gonna break, I know me. I'm gonna break the cycle. I'm not gonna just sit here and just keep saying, yeah, we gonna have to accept it and live that way and live in that mind state, because I know better. I know that. Right. I know that. Like I said, we have to recognize that we are important, and we do matter, and we do control a lot that happens in this country and we do have to start in our community, in our homes, in our families, with our brothers and sisters, with our parents, and have open dialogue about serious issues. Like, I remember I was young, I didn't know what a checkbook was. You know what I mean?
You didn't know what?
I didn't know what a checkbook was.
Oh, wow.
And now, you know what I mean?
Hold on, before we go any further, if you want to join in the conversation, you have any comments for Ira or Miss Strawberry, give us a call at 410-702-5657 or text us at 443-642-9403. Real quick, because we only got a couple minutes left in this segment, where can we find you on social media?
Who, me? So I'm on Facebook. Yes, and my name is Sheila Gaskins. But check this out. I friended all the Sheila Gaskins on Facebook because I thought it was funny, and they're all different shapes, colors, you name it. So it's like 30-something Sheila Gaskins. So just go through that and find me, because I thought it was funny. I wanted to see my name in print. You know, Sheila Gaskins like Sheila Gaskins. You know, it's all about me. I'm so vain.
It's the way you spell your name too.
Yes,
E-I-L-A.
Yes, E-I-L-A.
Most of them spell it E-L-I-A.
And I am very skinny.
As long as your name ain't like Sheila, I got popcorn and bubble gum.
No.
Gaskins.
So tell us real quick where we can find you on social media, where people can reach out and touch you.
What you mean? That's all I do is Facebook. I don't know enough about the tweeting and the twittings and all of that stuff.
Instagram, you Sheila Gaskins.
Yeah, sometimes I do Instagram, but it's just when it depends on when my makeup is right. You know, if I had a drink and I'm feeling good at the club, I might send that picture out. But I don't be tweeting or nothing. I don't be tweeting. I'm gonna learn how to do that though. I'm gonna learn all that stuff.
So where can we find you at, Mr. IRA?
You can find me on Instagram at IRAPalot, IRAPALOT, and everything else.
I was trying to figure out how you say that.
Yeah.
R-A-P-A.
It's so simple. People
I like that. I rap a lot. Yeah.
So it's that, and then far as Facebook is Ira Nation, and then far as Twitter, SoundCloud, or anything else, you can just Google Ira Nation Music.
Wow.
So definitely check them out. Again, go to our website. Check out the new website. I have to relearn the whole new website now. Go to BeExposedRadio.com. Check us out. We have some new shows coming up. Interesting shows come out. Check out some of the other personalities on this station. We have a lot of interesting shows. The Sharon Nixon Show, JRS, Lady O, Talk Lately is back. We have a couple shows coming up. We have a new show coming up next month. Is I Love Cock. I love cock.
Parental advice. This ought to be a new type of show.
I love cock.
Talk about being exposed.
Miss Strawberry almost came out.
Good night.
Miss Strawberry.
They doing all that, but you can't get a meal around here? I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm like, wow.
There's always a slip of the tongue. It wouldn't be Nate on the Artist Exchange.
The Floridian.
Right. Sorry, I love Miss Cox for giving you.
It ain't what you think.
Publicity. But definitely check us out. We have some interesting shows come out. You can check me out at Nate Vashti Blue Cowser on Facebook or the Artist Exchange. We also have I have an ongoing contact for artists to write a theme song for the show. And I have some interesting people coming in with some interesting songs. It closes the 27th of this month, and I'm thinking about extending it because I have a lot of people that are actually starting to submit. And I actually did I'm looking for a co-host, actually, and I did it through Glide. So some people have been sending me some interesting auditions on Glide, and I repeat, please send me auditions on Glide. I did not join Glide to socialize. I joined Glide so people can send me messages or actually send me clips of them auditioning, because I'm looking for a co-host for the 2015 season. So definitely send it. So I'm just a disclaimer. Send me clips of yourself auditioning to be a co-host on an actual artistic radio show. I have to be, I can show you some of the videos, but send me
I can imagine
videos of you
Baltimore
auditioning. It wasn't just people from Baltimore. That was the crazy part. But when you put it out there on the internet, anything is possible. But I opened up a door and people came in it. So I normally slip. Slips come out sometimes. But definitely hit us up. I'm definitely looking. You have to have a personality, be fun, be interesting. I don't want anybody introverted. I had a couple of people that were shy, but I want you to be somebody that can talk in front of people.
Being shy ain't cute.
It's cute to a point, but you got to be able to open up your mouth a little bit, But definitely check me out. The Vashti Blue website is up. The Artist Exchange group and page. Like us, share us with your friends. If this is your first time listening, join the Artist Exchange group. Post all your bios, your interesting events coming up, and check out people like Miss Gaskins and RA. They're on there. Feel free to post your events, your upcoming creative, once again, because I've had to ban people and block people.
Artists.
Right. You have to definitely put yourself out there, but be positive. It's a group. Don't sell your purses or your weaves on there. I'm all about supporting the artists, but that's not the forum for it. So definitely check us out. We have some interesting shows. Tomorrow's show we'll actually have Olu Butterfly. So definitely hit us up. Check us out 12 p.m. tomorrow. Me and Olu will be in the building. We have a surprise guest.
Sound Nigerian.
Miss Sheila Gaskins. She is really experienced with this radio.
I'm doing
she is
selfies.
doing her selfies. She's into her selfies right now. But getting back, I want to learn a little bit more about RA. You got a couple minutes. Just let us know what you do.
Okay, I'm an artist. I just got back to Baltimore. I traveled. I was living in New York for about the past 5 years, but I've been a performing and recording artist for the past 7 years. Mm-hmm. I've dibbed and dabbed in the chef work. You know what I mean? I like cooking and feeding people.
Looks like you know how to cook.
Yeah, looks are deceiving.
We got a phone call? Hey, we got somebody on the phone line real quick.
Talk to me.
Hello, how you doing? Welcome to the Artist Exchange.
Hi, it's Mia calling.
Hey, Mia.
What up, Mia?
How's it going? You got a question or a comment for one of our lovely guests?
Yeah, I wanted to comment on the whole idea of community and the comments, you know, saying that we might, that we're not out there like that anymore. And I know that Sheila had a play that was about the road to nowhere and how it kind of broke up that particular community. And just kind of urban renewal, and I think that plays a big part in it. That during the 60s and 70s, a lot of the communities were broken up. People were moving out, people were moving in, and right now you see the same thing. And I'm noticing that in some ways, it's leading towards progress because people who wouldn't normally have communicated with each other kind of forced to be in the same space. But in other ways, it takes away from community because again, we don't know our neighbors. It's new people moving in or people moving out, or we the only person on the block because the whole block is abandoned, and it doesn't lend to that community feel as before. And but at the same time, as a child, I remember being out playing hot beans, butter, all that type of stuff. But I don't necessarily have.
I go see what? That turned into something else.
I'm not old enough to have those memories of being in a neighborhood where there was a theater or like multiple small businesses or, the theater, everybody was like looking after each other. Like, the kids played together, but beyond that, I haven't necessarily seen that. So,
Mia, what do you think that's about, though?
Like, what do you think caused
it? What you think?
I think it has been intentional. Like, I think, I was a media major in school, and one of the theories that we had learned about that, the more people watch TV, the more they become fearful, and the more that they think or perceive danger to be out there than what is actually is the case. And I know, especially for my generation, and it definitely, with a TV generation, I sat in front of the TV all the time, and we had and that was before, kids programming was all day, and so we still had a decent amount of time outside, and that was before, everybody played video games. Before it was just kids and nerds, Now everybody plays video games. And so, we're constantly being mediated, and we're constantly being mediated with, danger and fear. And it doesn't matter if it's from comedy to children's shows to adult shows. And so it makes us very fearful. Like you said earlier, our neighbors are the ones that's harming us. Is that something
I don't mean to
that's
cut you
personal
off, but we about to run out of time in the segment. I would love for you to come back in the next segment and talk more. We'll be right back on the Artist Exchange. Join us back on BeExposedRadio.com. Yay! Hello? Mia? She on hold.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye. My supervisor and I have been flirting for a few weeks now, but nothing serious. He's married and outrageously sexy. Always buying me lunch on the down low and offering to do things for me. Well, on Friday, I was in my office because everyone had left, and he was in a meeting and in and out of his office. Well, he finally returned to his office, and he noticed that I was there. So he came to my office, and one thing led to another, and we got busy, and he gave me a professional. And I loved it. Hold on to that drum roll, because there's more. Well, we've been going at it now on a regular, meeting in hotels and on the weekends and staying after work and getting it together. Wendy, no one knew this until the housekeeping lady caught us. Keep that drum roll going.
Maria.
Exactly, that would be our Maria here. And she has said nothing, but I would die if people found out. His wife works with us. Keep the drum roll going. There's more. And she has no clue what's going on. The bad thing is that I'm bisexual and I've been sleeping with his wife too.
Boom.
There you go.
Wow. Beautiful. I love the world we live in. It's a nice world.
I'm in love with my supervisor, and I need some advice. What do we do about the situation? Should I tell? Sign, Hot and Bothered. Hot and Bothered, you need to take your trifling, trampy behind back into your office. Develop a social life of your own that has nothing to do with married people or married people. I was trying to think of how to describe both of them, but they're married. Both of them are married. That has nothing to do with being with married people, because ain't no good going to come to you until you get yourself your own damn man or woman. Nothing wrong with being bisexual and all that other kind of stuff. And I understand adventurous and living on the edge. How dare you? I'm in love. How dare you? What do you want me to tell you? Stick it out, girl. In no time at all, he'll leave her, she'll leave that job, and he'll marry you. Oh, please. 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 You were unrealistic in thinking anything could come of this except for you losing your job and possibly your shirt in the process because your reputation. That's all we got. Our privates and our reputation.
How you doing?
Well, let me just review what she's asking me. I'm in love with my supervisor. Okay, they had sex for the first time on Friday. But they've been doing the do on one Friday, excuse me. Well, they've been doing the do. You're not, fall out of love now. Leave both of them alone now before Maria starts talking.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in gym, I learned that I'm pathetic and a joke. The only thing I didn't learn in school today is why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
It's time for a flashback.
Why do I think that's like the KKK headquarters?
Which one, Birmingham or Africa?
Which one would I choose?
Yeah, if you had to go to one of them.
Wow, that is a good point. I think I would choose Alabama, though, because I can leave. I don't have to stay. Unless I'm captured, by the KKK. Then I have no choice. So just better get ready for the news. But that's a good question. That would have been a good poll question if I felt like doing polls anymore. Alabama or Africa, which one would I rather live in if I had no choice? If the world was swallowed up by water and the only places that was left was Alabama and Africa, I take the water. I will swim. It's okay. I'm not coming. Either place put me in the middle, the furthest place away from the land, and I'll swim it out. I will swim it out.
You can catch Talk Lately Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to the Sharon Nixon Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
International, y'all!
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
How y'all doing? Welcome back to the Artist Exchange. We're here live on BeExposedRadio.com.
We ain't eating nothing though. So don't think that's happening in here.
I only have a snack. I'm gonna start bringing more snacks in.
Don't think that's happening. Don't be confused by that.
Well, I know my hospitable partner is now with us right now. Shout out to Jana.
We missing that.
But Jan is normally
so little Debbie ain't here. She absent.
But see, I'm not snacking like that in 2015.
Oh, I know that's right. Oh yeah. Oh
you gotta believe that you are what you eat, though. You gotta believe that.
That's for sure.
That's for cheeseburger every now and again. I mean, I'm not going.
I'm straight up chicken. I ain't gonna lie. I'm chicken.
When I eat a lot of cheeseburgers, I start
feeling
like a cheeseburger. Start looking like a cheeseburger. That's just me naturally. I stopped eating it now. I think I don't look like a cheeseburger no more.
What you doing now instead of cheeseburgers? What you doing now?
Chicken.
I'm trying to stop eating chicken.
Oh, you gonna be a vegetarian?
No, I can't. I can't.
What you gonna eat?
It's just here in America. It's just that they mess our food up so bad.
Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous.
So many people.
I can't blame. I'm not blaming nobody.
They are shooting chickens with this steroids to the point where
they don't even
would
walk
take 6 months. It's only happening in a month, so they're too big and they can't stand up and they're breaking their legs.
My mother,
it's ridiculous.
My mother put out a can of this is supposed to be pasta sauce, and they said it's a steak flavoring, and I'm like, how in the world is they putting steak? Where you getting the steak flavor flavor
But see,
from?
it's not. But see, it's because we want everything fast and we want it quick and we want it now. So we can't keep blaming other people.
Bro, it's not even blaming.
for
Like
what's out
I
there.
said, I'm not
We
going to eat
wanted it
crazy
quick.
like that. I just know what I'm going to put in my body. Like,
and eventually they're going to have to stop making it because they're not going to make money and they're going to have to make
Steak
about it.
flavored pasta.
Pasta sauce, steak flavor. Like, but you think about this. Like I said, this is this is
'Cause nobody wants
to get it from Aldi's.
This is capitalism. This is capitalism. This is everything.
I
is
like
market
Aldi's
game.
though. Shout out to Aldi's.
You good? I like Aldi's.
No disrespect.
Look,
Aldi's up in there.
You go to the market. Why is there 90 different varieties of bread? Why is it 90 different varieties of such and such? You know what I mean? Because
competition.
The same reason why we got 90,000 channels.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a program. It's
we only got 2 eyes.
It's a program that's to almost
and see,
you have no choice.
I say that I'm 25. I do. I say that I'm 25. But I used to think like that. And what happened once I wasn't 25 and under anymore, what happened to me is you have to stop blaming other people. That's the first part. Once you stop blaming the system.
I didn't blame the system. That's just the way it is. I live better than
and
that.
that's why it won't ever change because that's just the way it is. But you have to address what the problem is. Realize, okay, people are infusing our food with these things.
But we're not going to change. We can't afford to. Like, we don't have the money right now in 2015 on this day. What we say and what we put our money to is supporting it. It's not taking it. Like, if we don't put our dollar into it, it won't exist.
We don't have the money, but you go out and buy them fresh sneakers.
You have the money, but
you go buy them fresh sneakers. You go get your hair cut. You go do all those different things.
Look,
but you don't
like
have
I
the money
said, if you
eat well.
if you believe that's what it is. Like, I don't do that. Like, I don't do that. I don't do it. And I don't take my dollar and I don't put it into. Like I said, if I know it's corrupt and I know the system, I don't support the system. I don't. Like, the things like.
What you think that cell phone in your hand is? That's the
this
system.
cell phone was, like I said, this cell phone was.
And you
handed
need
to me.
that. I feel you. You need that.
Of course you
right.
got. But like I said, it's a balance. It's a balance. When you recognize that, man, this package, they selling us 20 pack of chicken that has so much GMO and so many other things infused in it, just because, and they selling it for cheap so we can put our dollar. They only doing it because they know that that way we think and the way we programmed is to put a dollar into something that's cheap so we can get more out of it. But I know what's better for me, what's going to make me survive 20 years later, because I'm 25. I'm really 25, and I know when I turn,
he making everybody take their driver's license out.
I don't want to say it, but I know 20. I'm glad that I catch
right.
it now.
125 pounds is right on my weight. So
that's not. Look.
You do that too?
No, that's
too strange.
No, like I want to eat better now. So when I'm 35, I won't be worse than I am now. I want to still be. I'm sorry. I want to still be able to be here. You know what I mean? But if I do keep supporting the system that's not supporting me, then you know what I mean.
That's a wise. That is one of the wise statements you said. You said a lot of wise things, but supporting the system that doesn't support me is important. Right. I'm at the point now where these mom and pop people who are in these stores who don't look nothing like me, who don't have my interests at heart, I'm not going to give them my little 75 cents for a piece of candy. There was a store downtown, and the Asian man, he couldn't smile. But I'm saying he couldn't smile. I'm like, you can't smile? You a business owner? You can't smile? And so I don't go there anymore because he can't smile.
They put your stuff on the counter. Like, they don't give you bags anymore. They just put your stuff on the counter.
Well, look at you.
And I look right back at them like, you gonna put my stuff in a bag? Like, that's a part of my service. That's customer service.
Right.
We have to demand those things.
We don't. You got to
unfortunately, the view of the world on us is not the best view, even though we're on top of the entertainment, the music, the sneakers, the sports, but everything else is shunned or negative. And so they come with the mindset of, oh, well, shoot, I ain't giving them respect, or they ain't nothing, they at the bottom. And that's so unfortunate.
What you do? You go off on them.
No, what I told the man was, I was like, why aren't you smiling? I don't care if this is not your custom.
And then
you want something from me, smile. So I don't even go there anymore.
No, but
I don't go there.
That's what it's going to change.
But hold on, do you greet him in that way?
Yes, I was like all happy.
But for me, just don't go to that store no more.
I don't. That's what I said. I don't go there no more. That's what I said.
That's some of the things that, because there's a store around me, and I'll say it's a gas station right on 23rd and Howard Street, and I'll go in there and he'll just put my stuff on the counter, and I was like, I just want my money back. And he was like, no, what's wrong? Stuff is fresh. Yeah, but you just sit my stuff on the counter and wanted me to put it in my own bag. And for me, I didn't grow up like that. It's customer service.
That's
put
respect.
my stuff in a bag. But I can't expect for other people. That's another culture. That's another person.
That's right.
I can't expect for you to treat me. So I'm going to go to a store that's going to treat me appropriately.
That's right.
That's a part of this system. You have to stop supporting things that don't support you,
that
don't respect you.
That's right.
And just don't go to that store anymore. And
that's right.
A lot of things that I've learned how to do is I don't go to the store just because it's convenient.
Right.
And these people know it's convenient. You may not have
That's why they got the liquor store everywhere. Because they want us to,
right.
It's all
but it's not they. It's not they. We are consuming those things. So it's not they.
That's our choice. We have choice.
The other thing too, y'all.
Practice your
the other thing
choice.
too, if you suffer from low self-esteem,
right,
and if you're distraught and down and out, what do you want? You want a quick fix. You want a drink. You want to have the nicest things.
Right.
So this oppression is real.
Oppression is real.
It's a real thing.
I live in New York for the past.
That oppression start, and for me, and I was gonna come in and go off because I've been having these type of conversations for the last month or so but it starts with you. Nobody can do anything. Nobody can oppress you. Racism is real. It will always be a real thing.
Yes.
It may die down. It may subside, but it will always be something that happened and is real in the world. But we have to stop blaming other people for the feelings that we have because you treating me this way. No, don't allow people to treat you that way.
Right. But that's,
if you have an issue,
respect yourself.
Right. We were talking about Micah and his whole apartheid issue that they was having about black people that went to that school or minorities that went to the school being treated a certain way. You pay all that money. If I pay that much money to go to a school like Micah, you're going to respect me. The person that's cleaning the ground outside all the way up to the president, you're going to treat me because you're here because of my tuition money.
Yeah.
But that's a big battle though. That's
It
a
is.
real big
like I said,
battle.
it's
been years.
Because
you gotta ask yourself, okay, am I going to sit here and fight this mountain
Yes, it is.
by
I'm taking my
myself,
money out of this
or will I
institution.
just try to make the best of the situation?
But this way, communication and like you said, respecting yourself enough not to do it and make that choice not to do those things.
And if we collectively get together,
if we all do it, like I said, just like when they was on Black Friday, they said, listen, if you as a black person do not input your dollars into anything,
right,
the economy is going to be shook.
Right.
That's $7 billion.
And a lot of people
this year it will be worth $7 billion of this economy. $7 billion.
Right.
And
I
a
mean,
lot of people
that's how
didn't do it, but all
the bus boycott happened.
Right. And black people still got on that bus because they said, I gotta go to work. I'm not walking all the way across.
But it's all. Don't be that person. I'm not gonna be that person.
And this year they did see the fall. They felt the businesses.
They felt it.
They
7%.
But people still went to Black Friday. I still have friends that went to Black Friday.
Right.
But it's going to take us being collective. That's my whole issue. We have to be collective. If one person cannot. It's just putting a drop in the bucket. But if we as a collective do it, then they gonna feel it.
So I'm thinking
next year they gonna have a better strategy.
Unfortunately, it's gonna take something happening to someone for them to start thinking collectively.
Or we don't wait. That's like waiting Jesus come back. Or like I said, you can be responsible and know that and recognize it and be that 1% to make that change. Because I know if you do it, not do it, and he do it. That, you know what I mean? It's going to make a difference between us just talking about it and not doing anything at all.
Yeah, but us doing it still, we have to get together, and I think it's possible for us to get together.
Yeah,
and starting with your family, getting your family together,
and having these conversations
about it.
Yep.
Like you were talking about in the last segment about, if there's a problem, people have to say that there's a problem. I don't have a problem with that light skin documentary. I don't have a problem with the dark skin documentary. It's gonna be now they about to open up the Woundworks. It's about to be, Oprah had all the men on there at one time, and people are telling their story because nobody ever said anything. Nobody ever said that this is a problem.
I think it's a difference between sharing information and then program people to think. Because it's like, if I put an idea out there, it's out there. If I keep putting negative thinking and negative progression out there, then that's what it's going to be. I'm just keep throwing it out there. If I
Did you watch either of those documentaries?
When I seen the title, this is me personally, and that's no against nobody else. When I seen Light Skin, I was like, I flipped out. That's it. I didn't
look at it.
Did you see the dark skin one?
I didn't want to.
So you just have issues.
I don't want to feed that. I don't want to
whole thing.
Yeah, with the idea that's.
But
like,
Ira,
we
though,
have to live like that.
Does any of the fact that dark-skinned women have lived a certain way and been treated a certain way historically for a long time have anything to do?
And even
like this is how I feel. This is how I feel. This is how I feel. The core of a family has never been broken. It's always been wife and husband. You know what I mean? And then it goes
Not
like,
always.
and no, I'm saying that's the. I'm not saying that's what it was in general, but
that was the Cosby
That's
value.
That's what it's supposed to be. And I feel like far as a woman's rights, like it wasn't a black woman's fight. We did it because let's support that. You know what I mean? Supporting something. But I feel like black women didn't believe like there was a black woman is less than a black man.
You didn't think that, you didn't know that she felt that way?
No, I'm saying in general, like me not growing up in that, but now me seeing it now, like I feel like as a black woman, that was never a woman's right. That was never a woman's right issue. Like, you are a woman, you are the queen, you are the house, you belong to this household as well as the man. Like, you make up the family. And I feel like
that whole light skin, dark skin documentary, it wasn't. It got to the core of it. They can't even get to that part yet.
Teach your kids to love themselves for who they are.
If you watch it, you can't complain about something that you didn't watch, sir. Or
I'm not complaining.
He just won't admit that it's a real thing.
Yeah. No. I know that it's a real thing, but it's a problem that thing, not loving yourself and making it and letting people label it or making it. Like, I don't want to glue it. Like, I can't glorify it.
That's real sweet. Man, I can't wait for you to rap. Yeah. Because what you're saying is, unfortunately, they didn't love themselves. Yeah. And, unfortunately, some people are like that, okay? Not everybody had your wonderful parents who taught you to love themselves. Not everybody had his wonderful parents. Not everybody had my wonderful parents.
You're going to struggle with things that you don't like about yourself. But it's like, when is it going to take to the point where it's like, I don't want to live like that no more. And I'm not going to,
I'm not going to movie about light skin and dark skin women. That's the step towards acceptance.
Right. Yes.
It's not, like I said,
exposure.
I can't not accept what's real. That's like me saying that guns, like, I don't believe in guns.
Right.
I
feel you.
But I'm saying, I'm not going to let someone else live. I'm not going to give someone, like, I'm not going to say you light skin, I'm going to give you, because society feels like you are different from this person. No, I'm not going to be along with that.
You're not going to do it. But in a lot of the things, and for me, I was like, so what do light skinned people have a problem with? Because I had that issue, and I had that stereotype in my head.
My mother is like, she said when she was a little girl, they used to tease her.
She light skinned?
Yeah, they was like, they used to tease her as a little girl. Like,
they teased you.
But like I said, but loving yourself for who you are is more important than whatever else feel with you.
All we're saying is that not everybody has that luxury.
Yeah. It's not even it's not a luxury, because a poor man.
It is a luxury.
A poor man can feel
right now. In a
luxury.
Couple more years, it will be a luxury. But right now, it's not. Like, I'm coming out of a generation where it wasn't as much of a problem, but I still had that issue. My mother's light skinned too, and I had not a hatred towards light skin, but I didn't trust them. But it's something that
it's serious.
Really
that's so serious.
Because, the family that I grew up in, light skinned people were put on pedestals, and dark skinned people wasn't. But that was a reality
in the home, the same home.
Right? Yeah, no, you're right. My sister is light skinned. My little brother, he's as dark as me, and my dad is dark. I look just like my dad. So, and we always say, the light skinned part of the family, referring to my mother's part of the family. Mm-hmm. But now that I'm old enough to recognize that if I keep saying that my kids going to say that, and like I said, I'm not going to, because I know if I cannot do it, that I know the next person is not. I'm not going to influence.
But I would say,
be like that.
Look at the documentaries.
Look at
them.
I got a poem about that.
So we were gonna get to your. I want to hear both of them. Actually.
Okay.
So we gonna do a little poetry time.
All right, y'all ready?
We ready.
Okay. So this poem, as you know, I got a big family. My mother has 15 brothers and sisters, and my father has 8.
Wow. And I just learned that this is Howard G's big sister.
Yeah. Howard G's big sister. Yeah. Told him everything he knows. Shout out Howard G. No, seriously, I did. I really did. All right. So this poem.
He ran with it.
Yes, he did. And so that's all right. It's all good. So this poem is called "I See You." I come from a very large family. On my mother's side, there are 15 siblings. On my dad's side, there's 8. So between the two, I was raised with 23 aunts and uncles. My father is very dark-skinned. His father is very dark. He's the darkest of his 8 siblings. My grandmother is very, very light-skinned with light brown eyes. She could possibly pass, except her hair was like mine. My father would tell us stories about how his lighter-skinned twin brothers, Earl and Eddie, was allowed to go places and do things that he couldn't. It wasn't allowed. He couldn't go for rides in the brand new Cadillac convertible with the top down. He couldn't. It wasn't allowed. He couldn't get that second scoop of butter pecan ice cream that he loved. He just couldn't. It wasn't allowed. And yes, he didn't get that baseball glove that he wanted signed by Mickey Mantle. He just couldn't. It wasn't allowed. That's just the way things were back then. But I see you. I see you, brilliant black boy. I see you. I see you, handsome prince from the shores of Africa. I see you. I see you, hard-working father of 5, happily married with a beautiful wife, a beautiful home, and your own very rendition of 40 acres and a mule. I see you, Daddy. I see you providing for your family by any means necessary, and taking your rightful place at the head of the table, carving that turkey on Thanksgiving Day. I see you, Daddy. I see you, grandfather, who set a work effort that inspires his offsprings to dream, to do, or be anything that they want because of who they are, not what they look like. I see you, tall, African-American man with the beautiful light brown eyes who's been kissed by the sun. I see you, Daddy, and you are loved. Thank you.
A lot of, when I'm listening to,
all right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, y'all can sit down now. Don't stand up, please. Right, please, no standing ovations now.
I've watched you perform, and I like the fact that you have an off sense of humor, and a lot of your sense of humor is rooted in probably. Are you from Baltimore?
Yep.
In your upbringing.
Yes.
And there's a lot of truth, and a lot of people listen to people that are funny and just laugh at them. But sometimes we don't always understand the humor. I was listening to what's his name? Little short guy, comedian, Kevin Hart. I was listening to him on a breakfast show on the radio a couple weeks ago. He just did an interview, and they was like, "You always happy. You always." But the stuff that he be saying is stuff that people would be like crying talking about.
Yeah.
But he's learned how to use it.
Right.
And laugh his pain away.
Right,
and that was his thing. Like, I'm not going to be sad. He's like, I'm in a place where, you know, his money is disgusting. He just kept saying, I got disgusting money. And I think he's worked hard for it, but he has nothing to complain about. And even on the level where we are as artists, it's nothing to complain about.
Right.
Like, you are here. There are people people just lost their life over, and what's that, Nigeria?
Yeah.
In other countries, these natural disasters keep happening. It's nothing to complain about.
Yes.
That's why I really want us as black people to begin to look at each other as more than just somebody to buy a ticket for my show. Or somebody to like me on Instagram,
right?
Or Facebook.
We are more than that.
We're
We have to. But we going, like I said, it's going to take the love, and it's going to take me telling you that you are more than that, and you accepting it. It's going like we telling each other that.
You have to say it, even if the person on the other side of that remark don't believe it.
Right. You gotta say it.
Don't return it.
But it's going to take it. But it's going to take you to not be prideful and not be like, oh, I can let it slide. No,
because you just might die saying it, and they might die hearing it.
Yes.
You know, and I mean, you might say it just that much, but at the same time, we have to begin to treat each other with a little bit more respect and courtesy. So when I listen to you perform, like, I used to laugh at you. I really did. Like, because you were naturally funny. Just your timing is so offbeat. You know, and you do things in a rhythm that makes people like sit back. They was like, "Are you like?" Because I just used to laugh because you were funny, but I started listening to the things because then I started seeing you from my mother's generation, and I know the stories. Like, she couldn't go to Douglas. Like, it was a point where somebody as light as my mother couldn't go to Douglas, and I would hear those stories. So she had to go to other schools.
Wow!
Like, it was.
She couldn't go to Douglas.
She couldn't go to Douglas.
Douglas is the oldest black school in the history of Baltimore.
Well, it was more so her family situation.
Oh, a personal thing.
Right.
They was like, you ain't going to Douglas.
Exactly.
But
it's more personal than that.
Wow.
You know,
Where'd she end up going? Western?
I would have to ask her because I don't even know
at
this point. But
and a lot of that is survival, y'all.
Yeah.
It's survival.
It's survival. So
it
was things that are passed down.
Right.
And I got where you coming from. Young black man, I got you. But we'll be back with engineer doing his job. Robbie is on it. He's feeling better now. Somebody must have gave him a hug. So we'll be back on the Artist Exchange in just a few moments. Take a look at the BeExposedRadio.com. Check out Sheila Gaskin.
Hit us up.
Our Nation. I rap a lot now. I know how to say it. But we'll be back in just a few short moments before our last segment. We might even get some rhymes and another poem from Miss Gaskin.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
We'll be back. More food, too.
dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Picture it, though. Picture this. Picture this. We in Sicily. Oh, I miss the Golden Girls. I do. Right. And you in the room, and you and your boo getting all romantical. Right. So, just so happens, she was like, you ready? You ready? She lay back on the bed. You get on your knees. And you going down to service her, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, like you normally do. But this time, and you got a mustache, right? Okay? You grew in a mustache. So this time you go down, and you like, oh no, no.
Hold on, wait. I gotta put the music on.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, set the mood. Set the mood. Right. You got this, producer. So we set the mood. So she got her legs open and she's laid back on the bed. So she was like, "Come on, Daddy." So Daddy gets down there. Right. He puts his face in between her leg, kiss the inner thigh, kiss the other side. Kiss the top. Kiss the below. He gets to the below part though, right? He can't move. My mustache is stuck. What's going on? What is this fluid? What's going on? His face that got stuck to her pubes because the crazy glue done came out her butt ass and went out her front and started coming out her pores of her pubic hairs at. That's disgusting.
And the song ends. Mood killed.
Yeah, he almost got killed. Suffocated for the strength of the glue coming out her poons. Her punani.
So, she got crazy glue injected into her butt?
Yep. She used crazy glue to patch things up.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Back on the Artist Exchange here live on BeExposedRadio.com. When I say this is a mixture of two crazy people, we got Hype Ira and Zany.
You mean Skinny?
Skinny, Zany, Strawberry here.
And don't call that phone. Don't call that sex line. She gonna Miss Strawberry gonna pick up.
But we I want you to join in the conversation. Give us a call at 410-702-5657, or you can text us in your comments and you can remain anonymous at 443-642-9403. Had an interesting conversation. The topic today was on diversity, and I kind of figured we was going to backtrack on that and get back to, for me, it's about getting to the basics of things. And getting to the basics of things and really going back and forth with the idea of we need to fix us before we join anything else, because then we will be disjointed in something else. But definitely trying to figure out how we can get back to a better self. But I want to hear the other poem, the apartheid.
Okay, I'm going to be trying to find that real quick on my Rolodex of poems. Hold on.
My finger. Yeah, just tell her. Go to the TuneIn app. If she's listening on her phone or a mobile device, iPad or something like that, just go to the we're talking right now. Yeah, if you're listening or you want to tell somebody how to, I didn't even realize I was talking. But go to the TuneIn app and download it and look up BeExposedRadio.com, and that'll take you right here. Computer users, just go right to the website BeExposedRadio.com. The top left hand side of the screen, you can download, push the play button, and take you right here. But if you are listening, you already know that. But share it with a friend, because a lot of people don't realize we're just as easy to get to as Pandora or SoundCloud. It's just an app. It's just an app. Just download the app, and you can listen to us like you listen to your Pandora on the go.
Nice.
But definitely, I really appreciate the two of you coming in, and I like the message that I always hear whenever I come into a group where Strawberry is in, because she's always speaking about diversity, and that was really why I asked her to come here today, because that was my topic for today. But we have to fix us first.
Yes.
And I like the dynamic of, you know, both of y'all 25, but I'm just saying, the dynamic,
two different experiences,
right? Two different experiences, but I get where you're coming from, and I love getting older now, because now I can see not so much how I was thinking, but I like the evolution of thought, and I don't discount anything that you've said, because you said a lot of things that are worth and have merit to them, but just know that there's still more out there.
I'm impressed too.
As you get older, we realize it's still stuff, even when you get older, you don't necessarily know things. I thought when I turned 30, all the answers was going to be questions going to be answered, and it's still, I have more. Only thing I have more questions about the questions that I already had, and then I'm discovering there's things that I didn't know that, okay, once I know something now, I can question that.
There's so many things that we can expose ourselves to that we haven't, and it's just allowing yourself that you can learn, and that you ain't got it yet. Fail. Yeah, don't be afraid to fail, because you can learn. You can always learn something else, something new.
Especially in this age, there is no reason for you to not know anything. You can look it up.
We got Google.
You can look it up. Mustardketchup.com. Whatever it is,
you're right.
you
don't
can
do that
find
to me,
it.
because I got a Google problem, and I don't know what it is. Sometimes it gets morbid. I start Googling like morbid stuff, and then I get nosy. The Maryland Judiciary case search. I get that Google thing going on. When you
information
you can put anything in that Google box and put answer.
Yes, you
That's
can.
dangerous, and I've spent plenty of early mornings doing that. From the late night to the early morning doing that, because it's addictive. But I'm gonna queue up Strawberry. She's gonna do a poem in a few moments, and we're gonna queue up an hour to do something right after that.
Okay.
But get ready. We're not gonna do it quite yet, but just get ready for it. But a question that I have for both of you: what can we do to be unified? Like, what are some of the steps that we have to do right now as an individual, or as a collective group of black folk artists? What can we do to help people to begin to move towards a more unified community?
I'm back to the old school way of life, where you commented on other people's behavior, like other children. Like I would get in trouble at school, and that's right, I'm snitching on Miss Hall. Miss Hall! By the time I got home, my mama knew everything, because Miss Hall lived right next to the school. She knew everything.
So you're talking about a sense of community and family, and accepting that we are
But also,
one.
not even the sense of community, it took a village. Like, I was raised by not just my mother, but my friends' mothers, my cousins' mothers, my aunts and uncles. Everybody invested in me. Invested in me. And they was like, nope, you ain't going down that street to do that. But I'm saying, I want to do it. No, you're not. Teachers.
I couldn't leave the block.
Everybody
we had a Miss Hall
invested.
growing up. Her name was Miss Georgie. Ooh, she lived on Argo Avenue. God rest her soul, Miss Georgie. She lived on Argo Avenue. Miss Georgie knew everything.
Heck yes.
We moved off of Argo Avenue, and she still
knew everything.
Knew what I was doing. Like, by that night, you thought you was cool. Like, ooh, got through that one. She had called my mother by that night.
Oh my goodness.
So, what was you doing? How you know that was Georgie? And they will tell you who.
They are the original Facebooks right there. That's the original Twitters.
Yep.
Right
my mother
there.
used to talk about my mother and them grew up on Argo Avenue, and it was my grandmother had like she had the mirrors in the windows so she could see out
my goodness.
and down
I
the
ain't never
street.
heard that's
Wow, that's near Garrison, right?
No, that's way up. I'm talking about like Argo Avenue, like downtown, Pennsylvania Avenue. That
okay.
But that's how that's how we used to do it, and they were called on the landline.
Right.
And we just got to the point where everything is fast. You know, nobody has a landline. I remember like 2 years ago, I got a landline. I got the triple plan, and I didn't have a phone. And I was calling people like, "You got a phone? Can I use?" No, I don't have a phone. Who needs a phone? I went to the store. Like stores didn't even have them. I had to go to like a big store to get a phone. Like that's crazy. Because nobody had a landline.
Right.
So we've gotten to a point where the cell phone does everything.
Yes.
So we don't need to talk anymore. Like I have
priorities changed. That's what you saying.
Right. I've known her since like probably for the last 10 years, and I could probably count how many times we've actually talked on the phone. She's the type of person that texts you everything. I'm outside. Come on, I'm ready. Like pick up your phone. We've had a conversation over the last hour. We could have talked that out in 10 minutes. Like, but they won't answer the phone. People will call. If you send me more than 10 texts within like a certain period of time, I'm gonna call you because I don't feel like doing that anymore.
No,
like,
you're right. That's how I feel too. I can't be texting a whole half an hour and then we gotta wait for each other to respond. Then the whole in between, we like, so did she mean this or did he mean that? Like, you never know. Just call me, man. I don't want you to get it twisted.
I was teaching this class, and they were talking about snail mail, and I was like, I kept hearing it, but I didn't know what they were talking about.
I never heard of that.
So I was like, is that like a new email thing? She was like, snail mail, like the post office.
The post office, get the letter in the mail.
And I was like, that's what you call snail mail? Like,
wow,
that's snail mail. That's
I never heard
snail mail.
Yeah, you ain't hear that either?
No, I never.
What?
I didn't know, but I didn't know that's what it was. Because that's how I send letters to people. I still send out invitations. Right. I still accept RSVPs.
Right.
But people don't do that anymore. I'm going to send you an Evite, a Facebook invitation. Like, I don't, just write down something. It's more personal that way. Like,
genuine.
But we've gotten to a point where we don't need that anymore. But so back to the question, what do you think we can do? You
so like I said, the being able to comment on other people's lives. I mean, and out of concern.
Not these young parents. Don't talk to my child like that.
Not out of.
If somebody tell you that, you say to them.
Right.
Yeah, not out of hatred or just out of concern. Like, your son is, behaving a certain way, and I think if you was to discipline him or have him sit down, he might not have those issues.
I handle this.
Oh, you already got the hand, the air grabbing. You got the air grabbing.
Oh man, I've seen people grab so many things. It's not there.
This is mine. This is mine right here.
Right.
Okay, miss, but you didn't buy it.
Yeah,
your birthday.
I get a lot. I'm 25 years old. I'm 30 years old. I'm 17. Okay, you can count. Alrighty. And the point is, so I think if we go back to being able to just talk to each other,
communicate,
and express ourselves with each other without people flying off the handle, that would be great.
That's a good start. Communication. Ira,
I agree with her, but even though I didn't come up in that generation, my parents were more aggressive personally.
Like what?
Like they didn't wait for somebody to check up. You know what I mean? They was more very hands on. They would come up to the school themselves, and if they couldn't make it, when you get home. You know what I mean? But that was just my parents, and and I can't say that they was.
So they didn't need the whole village.
They didn't need the whole village, even though we had the watchers on our block, and I did stay with my neighbors a lot. You know what I mean? We had the sense of community, but again, I feel like
you just didn't know about it.
No, I didn't know. You're right.
We have another person on the telephone. Real quick, how you doing?
Yeah, hello, baby. How y'all feeling?
How you doing? What's your name?
Right now.
That's Howard.
Oh, Lord.
That's Grandma G. It's gotta be Grandma G.
This man, we got both of them here with us now. How you doing? How you doing, Grandma?
Show now.
I'm doing fine. I'm calling up because y'all talking about my kind of topic right now. I'm head of neighborhood watch. I'm head of child with that ass committee. I'm also a truancy officer, but that's what you need to bring back truancy officers. Maybe truancy officers come around.
Truant, right?
They don't even know what truant is.
Yeah, what is a truant?
They ain't no more. They just come in and pick the kids up. They out in school, and they grab them out the streets and take them to somewhere. I don't know where you take them at. Take them to the farm or something and beat them. I don't know.
That's right.
Al Young folks, he's
Public demonstration. We got to set an example.
So how are you doing, sir? Thank you.
I mean, ma'am, that's Grandma G. That ain't him. That ain't really him. That's his mama.
That's the ego.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm blessed and highly favored. And I know y'all were talking about the old neighborhoods. I take a village.
Yes.
Yeah, and these babies are like little parents. So it's going to take a country to raise a child. You don't need a village, you need a whole country. Just line them up.
Sound like my auntie. I'm scared. I'm like, I hope she don't call my mother.
Oh my God, y'all household could be really interesting.
Our house is off the chain.
It
Off the
had to
chain
be
all the
off
time.
the chain.
All the time. I love it though.
I know this man is crazy, and I'm just being introduced to your crazy Miss Strawberry, but I can just imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
so I want to let y'all little free listeners that y'all got know. I know it's about 3 people listening.
Are you counting yourself, Grandma? Are you counting yourself? So you and 2 other people?
This man right here. Well, thank you for being the third one, sir. I appreciate
It's
it.
a panel versus listener thing over here. So 3 on 3.
As long as we ain't talking to ourselves, that's all.
Well, I need you to come on and boost these ratings up there, sir.
Yeah, come on over, Grandma G.
Come on, Grandma G. Come on over.
Hello?
How long y'all going to be in the air?
We got another 8 minutes, and you are eating up our time on Grandma G.
Listen, y'all need to get some sponsors or something. Please.
Well, thank you for being the first person to offer us a sponsorship. I'll be looking forward. You can give me a phone call. I'll accept your creddet checks, our credit checks, and Social Security checks. We'll accept those too.
Gospel songs or something.
You might be related.
But I appreciate you calling in, and I'll be hitting you up soon for your sponsorship, sir.
Donation. No.
Thanks for calling in, Grandma G. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate you.
Corrections just went up 20 people just because I called you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We're up to 23 now.
Our local celebrities.
I don't listen no more. Just let y'all know they're going with me.
Right. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll be hitting you up soon so I get that Social Security check ready.
Yes,
so crazy. So crazy. Out of control.
All right. Have a blessing.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, Grandma.
Get this man off my line. But we go real quick. We're going to try to fit in 2 performances real quick before we get off. So we can start with yours.
Okay, apartheid. Now, the separation of artists, arts organizations due to skin color, resources, content, class, and belief systems. When apartheid is in existence, the entire city, community, world suffers for generations to come. How did we get here? A call to arms. Apartheid. Shame on you. Shame on me. You call yourself an artist, but where are your varied hues? I don't see yellow, red, black, or brown, yet those hues are the majority in this town. Where do you live if all you see is a sea of white from sea to sea? Apartheid. Shame on me. Shame on you. I call myself an artist too. I can't forget about my truth. If all my hues are just like me, blacks, purples, browns, blues, and greens, from here to way over there. No lights, no brights, no damn near whites in sight anywhere? How could this be if I don't see that white in you is part of me? If I don't see that light in you is in me too? 'Cause when you teach black to hate white, don't you teach dark to hate light? Art-partite. Art-partite. How did we get here? Nobody supposed to be here. Separate but equal. According to whom? The haves, have-nots. Oh, that's how we do? They writing the checks. We do what they do. Apart. Tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. Competition is steep, and everybody here. We standing in line. We prepared all year. Who will win? Who deserves to be here? The work is hard. The laborers are few. Competition is over. Who won? If not me, did you?
And real quick, when is the next meeting?
So we have Sunday, February the 1st, 2640 space at the St. George Church, 3 to 7 o'clock. Please come out, everybody.
There we go. And if you go to her page, Sheila Gaskins on Facebook, right, she'll have that information on there for you. And try to post that to the Artist Exchange as well.
Yes.
And I'll take someone with me too.
Right.
Real quick, we're going to let Ira slide in one of his rhymes.
It's something simple. It's Painkillers from my debut album, Free Spirit. Just go right into it. My mama calling. I don't want to pick up. I still got 3 minutes before I got to get up. And I'm just sick of hearing the gossip about my sister and her problems like I ain't got them and I can fix them. You can take the big picture and make it wallet size. She asked me where I'm going, then it turns to Columbine. And my father always talking about his son in the streets. What do you think I'm out here on the corner pointing guns at police or smoking weed rather than eat? Well, he really don't know me. Now I'm feeling so weak like the weight of the world is on me. Now, the only thing he want to talk about is paying loans. That's why I don't even want to talk no more. I don't even want my phone. I say I'm all alone. And where I live, I don't consider my home. It's crazy how they raised me, but still assume I'm lost. And now I'm finding out the cause of me sitting here with these painkillers in the bathroom cabinet every day. I'm in search of some new prescriptions, something to take the pain away. Lord, you say, by your stripes I'm healed. It ain't right how I feel, trying to fight with these pills. It's just love yourself. That's all.
I know that's right. Yeah, Ira.
There we go. I love it. I thank both of you.
Thank you, Nate, for having us. Awesome.
Always open. Thank you.
Good vibrations over here.
For giving us a boost in ratings, and I'll be looking for that sponsorship.
And Mia, don't forget Mia.
Yeah, I'll take cash.
Us.
I'll take cash, Grandma, because I don't know. I don't want no check. So
bounce back. It is tax season.
Exactly. But definitely take some time out. Check out Be Exposed Radio. It's some old clips, re-airs on there. Check out the Artist Exchange. Catch up to where we are. We've been here for a couple months now. We're doing our thing, exposing the artists of Baltimore and beyond. This is open to any and everybody that is an artist, and we not just artists but community leaders, educators, administrators that want to come on and give their point of view. And we're not just talking, but real stuff is coming from our conversation today, tomorrow, every Friday and Saturday. Fridays 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Saturdays 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. here live, BeExposedRadio.com. Tomorrow's show we'll have the lyrical verbal. This lady, I just love watching her.
She's
perform.
awesome.
Awesome. Something to your whole mindset. Olu Butterfly will be here tomorrow live in the building. 12 noon here live on BigExposedRadio.com on the Artist Exchange Show. So definitely check us out. Tell a friend, share it with a friend. Join the Artist Exchange group and fan page. Spread spread the word. Spread the word.
Spread the word, y'all. Share the wealth. Share the wealth.
So real quick, you got 10 seconds. Tell us where you can find us on Facebook.
Facebook, Sheila Gaskins, our friend, everybody.
Everybody. Especially if your name is Sheila Gaskins.
That's right.
Real quick,
on Facebook, Our Nation. And yeah, I ain't got a lot of friends, but I'll friend you too.
Yeah, CSU. I actually met you at CSU Kaufman.
Yes,
definitely
family.
Check us out. Definitely friend these two. They are awesome people on the rise. Miss Gaskins, oh my God, something is wrong with this lady, and I realized it's a family thing because I brother
Gaskins. I really think we related.
Your last name Gaskins?
I have a cousin. I have a whole bunch of cousins Gaskins.
Really? That is black people for you.
Wow.
We're going to talk about that after the show. So tune in tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in tonight, 12 o'clock p.m., 12 p.m. tomorrow. The Olu Butterfly will be here. Thank you and see you later.
And talk to each other.
There we go.
Peace.
Communicate.